Hello, welcome to another edition of Sparky Help, this time mastering high current switching. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Here we have then a board, single phase in this case, and we require, in this example, 3 63 amp loads. These loads could be anything from single phase, 3 phase, from 20 amp to 1000 amp. Or whatever you require. And normally, obviously, what we do need is you need some means of isolation beside them. So let's not forget that you may need to still put switches beside them for maintenance or emergency purposes. But in this case, it's a 45 amp switch, so that's the biggest they do for the plate switch that you could buy domestically. But if you want a 63 amp one, then it's going to be something of larger size, possibly going to be 3 phase. And therefore you might need 3 of them, and you still may need these adjacent to these pieces of equipment. But this is about control of these things and accessing them from a single point and from much smaller switches. So we can control all of that if that's what you so wish. As an example here, a 6 amp light switch. What do we need? We need a contactor. So we're going to connect this up, and we're going to connect the 3 loads, and I'm not putting in the isolators, I'm just showing them direct to the loads, and we connect them all up as individual circuits to 63 amp. And in this case I'm switching just the line conductors. Obviously you may still have a means of isolation adjacent to each of these loads, which may well be double pole, triple pole, whatever you require. What this allows us to do then, make sure you have a contactor that is rated for the load. So here we have a 63 amp contactor, and I've got a 4-pole one shown here. So there's a pole spare, so we could have a 4th load if I'd have bothered drawing it in. What we now need then is a control circuit, and we connect it up like so. And this then can be off of a separate auxiliary circuit, a control circuit, and that means the cable for this one can be much smaller, so the loads would be rated at 63 amp for wherever they happen to be going, but the control circuit in this one would be based on a 6 amp circuit, and we can put the normal plate switch then wherever we want it to be. And internally within the contactor, that's what you have, normally open contacts in this case, which can be controlled by the 6 amp light switch that we spoke about. And when you turn the switch on, it will close the contact and all 3 loads will turn on. But here's another example. This time we've got a 20 amp load, and we're going to have a much smaller contactor in this case, and it works in the same principle. But this time I'm going to do it as a double pole, so we're going to connect it up, and we could take the line and neutral through it. Remember, you still may need a means of isolation adjacent to the load for maintenance or testing purposes. And in this case we're going to put a separate control switch in again using a 6 amp, because this seems to be the theme. And then we're going to put a switch in there, and we need to connect it up, and this time again I'm going to put an auxiliary control circuit, and we connect to the coils A1 and A2, and internally that's what we have again, and we turn the switch on, and the load will begin to work because it will turn on the contactor. And if we turn it off again, obviously it will go off, and you can turn it on and off all day long. But we could switch it up again. This time we could put in 2-way switching. So there we have our 2-way switching. We have switches drawn on the sides here, and you can see in the position they're switched at the moment. They are off on a control circuit, so no current will flow, therefore the load will not come on. Internally within the contactor we have that, and if we operate one of the switches, current will now flow, operate the contactor, and the load will come on. Go to the other 2-way switch, and the contactor will be off. So there you can see. So I hope that has been useful. This is Sparky Help. Thank you very much.